Welcome back to Adventures of Suki and Friends, Session 7, The Aftermath. After killing most of the monsters in the sewers, you took down a soldier that was imbued with the Aegeus cells to destroy Wutai and hopefully get back into the Shinra Science Department. Unfortunately, other experiments in the sewers were killing people, and the whole operation had to be put down. The soldier that the regular group Gaia had found out to be stealing from the warfront sent him back to Midgar to be court-martialed, but apparently partook in experimentations to become stronger, to get back into soldier. These experiments almost killed you. Kwan is no longer human at that point, and eventually you put him down. Some of his blood mingled with Lucretia and formed similar symptoms that Menma received earlier in the regular group Gaia. What sort of things will happen now?
Sure, that guy was a soldier, so I actually don't know what he was doing here.
Yeah, got this red stuff on me.
Let me take a look.
Her eye is
It's
red.
probably just blood.
Her left eye is red.
Hey, has your
Something
left eye always been red?
No?
Wait,
They're
like
blue.
the color is red? Like it's bloodshot, or
Her iris is
Pupil.
completely red. Blood red.
Huh.
Yeah, my eyes were always blue.
One's not.
What?
I pull out my phone and take a picture.
When you see the picture, you don't even see your eye at all. You see your blue eye on the one side and a void in the other.
You didn't edit this image, right?
Oh.
I don't see my other eye.
When you look
What?
at the picture, Suki, when you look at the picture, you can see the other eye. When anybody else looks at the other picture, you cannot.
Just hold up the phone and take a selfie. Look.
When you take up, when you see something more frightful when you see a selfie of you. You see more of like a hole where your eye used to be.
Lucretia drops her phone when she sees it out of shock.
Screen
Try to catch
cracks.
the phone.
Oh, okay.
Chase, motherfucker.
Okay, damn it. Okay, you catch the phone.
Hey!
Oh no!
There's,
I just rolled a deed 1000 to see what percentile you would be.
yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You feel.
Got a 1 or a 1,000 or straight 8s
Yeah. No,
or
there's,
69.
I got 1 hour from now.
I don't want to see... I don't think I can want to see myself, my reflection again. There's something wrong.
Yeah, your eye's fucking red. Also, DM?
Yes.
That weird magic stuff that I got going on? The sense stuff?
Yeah, you sense it coming from her. Also, Lucretia, you feel a calmness coming from Suki. You want to be near Suki more. The closer you feel to Suki, the calmer you feel.
Plus, you got that whole magic that's been radiating down here. It's like blaring
Suki,
off you
Lucretia,
right now.
the further away from Suki you are, the further you feel worse. Yeah, like you're having some abdominal pain right now.
I am.
Okay.
Yes. It feels like your abdomen is splitting.
Oh.
Lucretia,
There's this-
are you feeling all right?
No, there's a sudden pain.
All right. Lomi is going to make a medical examination of Lucretia to see what could be causing her symptoms.
You have no idea, but there is significant discomfort, and it sounds like tearing from her waist down. But on the left side of her, the closer she is to Suki, the less it's progressing. The right side, it's getting worse.
Okay, that's really bad.
Who?
Whatever
We
it
gotta-
is, I think staying close to Suki makes it a lot better.
And
Right.
you still feel pain, but it subsides a lot more.
All right. Out of the
Also, your
sewers.
eye is now bluish red instead of all red. If you were to look into it in a camera, you would partially see your eye.
Okay, I don't know how. Out of the sewers.
Come on. We gotta. Oh, wait. Did we collapse the way we came, or what happened?
Oh no, there's a giant hole in the ceiling right now.
No, I mean.
Kind of point up. So no, we didn't collapse the way in.
I mean, like over
My-
here. Because I was looking back the way we came.
Before we go, though, I want to make sure we grab whatever research we have here.
We shouldn't have collapsed this.
Whoa!
Hi, what?
What?
Where'd the doggo come from?
If only he could speak.
Let's follow it.
Chasing you down. We gotta get you to a doctor.
I'll do what I can.
You broke through the wall. Or it.
How? Like, I know it blasted a hole up through the ceiling. Like,
There-
how high is that?
Oh man, you blasted a hole through the ceiling so good, you see people looking down, but it is such a smooth, clean hole. You should be good at crafting.
Rope!
No hope! No hope! No hope! No hope! No hope! No hope!
Let's just
Homie's gonna do a full round triage to heal everyone up.
let's follow where it went. I want to make sure we pick up everything in case it can help here.
Alright, everybody heal 20.
I guess go through the computer.
Is that computer still intact?
No, no. There's a big hole in it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, pull out the hard drive. Probably get this hooked up to a computer and figure out what they were doing.
Is there
So, like-
anything? Gail, is there anything in this computer salvageable?
No. Yeah, some of it. The hard
just
drive
kinda-
looks burned, but you might be able to salvage something.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do about that.
Okay.
Looking around the medical quote-unquote area, is there like blood samples or shit around here?
No, the blood samples have already found their new home.
What would the sample Lucretia would picked up earlier?
It's in Lucretia.
The thing in the jar?
Is in Lucretia.
It slipped out of the jar?
It's now in Lucretia.
Oh.
We never opened up the jar.
Oh no, the one that's in the jar is in the jar. The one that
Okay.
came out of Kwan is now in jar. Is in Lucretia.
Yeah, I ran into the jar. Okay, yeah. Can I roll knowledge technology to figure out what I can salvage here?
Yes.
And I'm assuming I'm getting a bad feeling from that jar.
Yes. You don't you feel awful around that jar. Also, you're getting an awful feel, Lucretia. You get an awful feeling as Lucretia gets further from you, or as Suki gets further from you.
I'm standing right next to her.
Oh.
I'm like,
part of the
arms
hard
deep in the
drive
computer.
is intact, but you don't know how much of the data is corrupted.
Okay.
I
I'm
didn't even check. I literally already said I pulled out the hard drive.
Yeah, as you're looking at it, you're not sure how much of it is recoverable. You're gonna need somebody for that.
Like I'm really gonna knowledge it. Well, actually, we do have someone for that. It's called our good friend here, Lomi, who is very good with electronics. If I'm not mistaken.
Than I am.
We can wait.
But what about me, guys?
We can check it out when we investigate this hole. Okay. Try to take this as best as I can.
Oh boy.
Well, I got one watcher so far.
Don't pay attention to that screen.
What screen?
Mm-hmm.
Hi. How you doing?
Yeah. So we're just gonna go after the fucking dog, I guess.
I have a question, Lucretia. What color is your blood?
Probably red.
Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, DM, you forgot to post the stream announcement in the Discord.
I posted in your Discord.
Did?
Yeah.
Okay.
D&D and video games.
Wait, I don't run the Discord.
I think he means your own Discord. Also, still got the old stream title from the Spira stream.
Oh, shit. I forgot to hit enter.
There we go.
So the dog runs out, and you see the dog, and then he like gets all red and yellow, and like an aura around him of just pure power, and he rams through the door or through the wall.
I think we need to try to do something about that before we go. That's just problems waiting to happen.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
we gotta figure out something to do about your eye, though.
Not much that we can do about that right now.
What
Well,
are some
look.
of the symptoms you're experiencing?
It hurts down here, and I see bad things when I try to look at my own eye through things like pictures or my phone.
The dog cat beast looks up the stairs and motions you to go up it.
Is there anything that brings you relief?
When
When I'm close to you, it calms it down. I don't know why.
you're next to Suki. Right now you're in awful pain.
Suki?
Oh, traveling along with you guys. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay. Where are the stairs?
The beast nods up to here.
Okay. Risha's gonna be cautious, but start making her way
Suki,
up.
you get a similar vibe between Lucretia and this beast. Like they're one and the same.
Nature, am I right?
What's that?
Huh?
Wait, what did you say?
I said nature, am I right?
This would be your extra sense.
Yeah, nature. It's my nature sense.
Yeah, we'll just call it your nature sense.
Yeah, I'm basically a druid now. Don't know what that is, but...
Extra planetary druid.
I'm something.
These
Hello?
guys were out.
Lomi Lucretia weakly jumps or tries to climb it, and then this thing gets underneath of you and then just shoots you up there and lays you down and shoots down and stays back down here.
Is it that bad that I can't use my climb speed?
Yep. So the big dog carries you up, comes down, and goes back into hiding.
Friendly dog?
To her. Doesn't seem to give
Lomi
a damn
goes
about
up.
the rest of you.
Lomi goes up to climb after Lucretia.
I figure if worse comes to worse, these guys were Shinra scientists, right? They might be the only answer.
That might be the only answer. Where'd the music go? I hate it when this messes up.
There we go.
This will work for now. Scene 1. All right, you guys get back up to the your sector 2 eventually. Lucretia is in a little bit more pain now.
I think it's getting worse.
We gotta take care of this as soon as possible.
Cut her from the waist down.
If only we knew a doctor who could do like blood samples or something.
Oh, you do, but you don't trust him. Nobody trusts him. As a matter of fact, everybody hates him.
Right, Lomi?
Wait, you guys get if what?
If I had the equipment, I could probably make something work.
We could probably get the equipment at like. I mean, the watch has a doctor.
Then let's head there.
I think. I'm pretty sure the watch has a doctor. If they didn't, they probably do now.
Are you sure they can deal with the results of Shinra's weird ex-Shinra experiments?
Well, I mean, we wouldn't need the doctor. We just have Lomi look over you, right?
Fair.
She does have a point. I'm not too experienced with what Shinra does behind closed doors.
Well, I mean, whatever they were experimenting with, it's magical. So
I'll need your help.
Yeah. Huh.
Lomi, what's your
Such a
movement
thing
speed?
Lomi's movement speed is 30 feet.
Lucretia, what's your movement speed?
Let me double check.
Blood curses?
Let's see. Movement speed is 30.
Okay. Oh, you're also reverted to your regular Aneta form.
Oh, so I changed.
Wait.
Wait.
Would it be
I was never in
Arcana?
disguise.
Oh, you weren't? You always had the tail
Oh,
bottom?
yeah. I rejected it.
Yeah, this whole time, legit. That was savage like the first episode.
Oh, you rejected the tail bottom?
No, I meant I never used the disguise.
Oh, okay.
Would it be a Arcana check to know if there's such a thing as a blood curse?
I would give it an outsider.
So knowledge of the planes.
Knowledge the planes. Not the planes, but the planes.
So a 31?
This is not like the planes that you know of, but given what you've sort of ran into, Suki, this might have something to do with that alien matter you ran into.
Oh. Huh.
So this is uncharted territory for you.
Something up? They're making a face at me.
But you finally get to the doctors.
I think I kind of know what's wrong, and I don't know how to fix it.
Do you at least know anything that could prevent Lucretia's symptoms from getting worse?
Magic that I would have to spend time to work on? Maybe?
You stand outside Dr. Schill's pharmacy.
I'm not as powerful with it as I used to be, so probably really beyond my reach. Then again,
Yes, what's going on? What is up with Snake Lady?
a parasite in the blood.
Okay, bring her in. We will test her with what we can.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
It feels that bad.
Kind of
You're gonna be fine, Lucretia.
I'm gonna need you two to wait outside for a minute.
No. Let Suki come in. It gets a lot worse if she's far away.
I have to concentrate on a spell that I got going on her, so she's not as in much pain.
Yeah, suit yourself.
Shit. Follow in and put a hand on the shoulder. I have an idea to fix it, but I can't do it.
Are you sure this is a regular contagion? She seems a little... What is this line down her tail line?
What?
Everybody make a reflex save that's in the room.
Okay.
Except for Lucretia.
Okay.
Because you're the one that's doing this.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, the doctor gets a natural 20.
Doc.
Blood goes everywhere.
I do believe that's a cut. A tear?
Everybody needs showers now.
Ah.
That was disgusting. Huh.
Certainly a horror movie theme level of blood.
She gets closer after taking her glasses off. This is very unique. Lucretia, you are no longer in pain.
I don't know what that was, but
Oh, you also feel you're no longer in the abdominal pain. You're now at you're now at pain from the loss of blood.
That's not pain usually.
that's dizziness, usually.
This is remarkable.
But
Quickly, put her into the tube.
I feel it.
I'm sorry, what?
Put her in the tube. It heals wounds
tube?
faster.
Okay.
And it starts to fill up with like some kind of potionish kind of thing. When did she sprout legs?
What?
You heard me. When did she sprout legs?
What legs?
Oh no, you're not in. You're not in this right now.
Okay.
Okay, what legs?
Well, she was having a splitting down by her tail, and then all of a sudden her legs split, and now she has a little fishy tail.
She's a lamia.
She was, or she. What kind of blood pathogen is? What did you bring me? This better not be a Shinra thing.
Lomi puts her hands on Dr. Shill's shoulder.
She is feeling
Look them in the
really
eye.
not there right now.
So we were down in the sewers.
That's the
cleaning
worst
up-
place to be.
Cleaning up monsters, and we came across what we're pretty sure.
What was the doctor's name?
What was the doctor's name? I don't know. He was.
You guys got the research notes.
We got his notes.
I'm trying to find it in the.
Did we get his notes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we picked them up.
You picked him up before you
Where-
actually went to see the doctor.
right.
I'm not finding the handout.
It wasn't a handout. It was just
Oh.
it was just pile of research notes.
I just hand over the research notes.
Oh, goody, they're bloody too.
Yeah, those blood was a pretty big thing down there. Anyways, I think it's a guy that split off from Shinra and was experimenting on a soldier.
No idea.
Like, capital S soldier, not a regular soldier.
Yes, infantryman. Yes.
No, I meant like a third class soldier. Someone that wasn't even supposed to be here.
Let her rest. Let's come with me into the back. We will all take showers.
Yeah.
The laundry machine is there. It's just Biff,
So,
wash the place down. Whoa, that's a lot of blood.
shrug. So, she gonna be okay?
No idea.
Riveting.
About an hour passes. Everybody's fresh and not bloodied anymore. Okay, let's see the condition of your friends.
Good. I was gonna say, I have knowledge of a spell that could work, but I can't use it.
What's the spell?
Reincarnate?
Oh no, she needs to be dead for that.
Yeah. So, like, how the spell works is you bring a person back to life using, I guess, life stream to construct the body?
Lomi purses her lips. And what's going to happen to her blood in the interim when she is deceased?
She is much alive. She has a strong life force. And her wounds seem to have healed too.
Can you incinerate it?
We'll flush out. We'll flush out the dead skin and clean her up.
Right.
Looks like she's having some kind of dream too. Lucretia,
Huh?
You're having a dream.
I am.
Yes.
What's going on?
You don't want to be in this place anymore.
What's the place?
You're in a scary place. I just want to be free with the people that treated me nicely.
Do I know why I'm in the scary place?
The people with the shiny eyes in their foreheads took you away and are doing experiments on you, and you don't like it.
As took me away from where?
Took you away from the place that you called home while everybody was praising you and calling you Lady Leviathan. She feels hopeless and alone. They keep taking more and more of her every day. She just wants to be free.
More and more what of me?
Blood.
Mm. How long does it go on?
This nightmare goes on for what seems hours. And then you wake up.
Ugh.
But she does say at the end, the only thing I get to do is gift you this.
Hey, who said that at the end?
You're not sure.
Oh, hey, she's awake.
And she's in a bed.
Ugh.
What's up?
I had a nightmare from hell.
Did it involve legs?
What?
What?
You have legs.
Oh. That.
Lucretia's gonna look at that.
You see a blanket.
Yes, do I want to even...
I mean, you're wearing pants, so...
Lucretia's gonna look under the covers to see if she has legs.
She has pants on.
Hmm.
You still have a tail. That seemed to have moved up a little.
Lucretia puts the blanket down.
On the bright side, you're probably better off than I was a while back.
How do you use these things?
Right now, your movement speed is 5.
Very carefully?
Hold on. Kalomi's gonna help her up out of the bed and give her a shoulder
How do you teach someone how to walk?
rehabilitation.
But she's never walked before.
It's a normal thing. If
Yeah,
someone's legs are injured and they don't walk for a while,
But
it'll
she's
just be the same
yeah.
principles.
but isn't that built off a foundation of knowing how to walk?
Oh, come on, Suki. Even toddlers learn how to walk.
Yeah, but... Okay.
Yeah, I had the nightmare from hell. Some weird three-eyed people kidnapped me. They were doing experiments for what felt like hours.
Three-eyed people?
Yeah, weird people with 3 eyes. For some reason, they really wanted all my blood.
Was one of the eyes really small?
yes.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh. Okay.
Middle of their forehead?
Yeah?
Garleans.
Garleans.
Who?
They look like this, but without the swirly eyes. And they have
Actually tall.
these crystalline eyes, I guess, in their foreheads.
Mm-hmm.
You can see some of them usually on the upper plates, sometimes in the lower plates.
I'm friends with one. They're entirely incapable of using magic.
Huh. A couple of other weird things.
And I'm pretty sure a few of them teamed up with Wutai?
Okay. A couple of other weird things.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, people I knew are calling me Lady Leviathan.
People
And
you knew?
yeah, in the dream.
Good.
What do you
Not-
mean not good?
Alright, so I don't know the details about anything going on over there in Wutai right now, right?
Yeah.
Not really. But this is what I do know. There's a presence over there that doesn't belong here.
And it matches her.
And feels vaguely similar to the magical signature that I saw down in the sewers, and kind of coming off you.
Are you saying I'm a triple science experiment now?
No, I'm just saying you're in an indirect way. Lady Leviathan makes so much sense because Leviathan's whose Wutai worships, and then there's an existence over there that doesn't belong.
Hmm.
And if you had dreams of Garlean people doing experiments on you, Garleans have teamed up with Wutai, and then there's the whole talk about their super soldier stuff that I've overheard. So, why the fuck would Wutai people be doing experiments here? And
Oh,
that's not good.
There's one last thing at the end of the dream.
Huh?
A voice said, all I could give you is this.
What kind of voice?
A female voice.
Definitely female.
Sounds like we might need that encrypted disk.
It's like I need to figure out how to figure out a resurrection spell.
Yeah.
What you were saying?
Lucretia?
Yeah?
As they've been talking, Loi's just been helping her try walking again, but now she's gonna have her sit down on the bed.
Just drop everything.
There's a potential solution that Suki was going to put forward.
Yeah?
I mean, mention. I don't know how I would do it.
Right, but if you do, find a way to do it. Lucretia would have to be the one to decide whether or not she'd want to be used.
Obviously.
So we should tell her before then.
So, there may be a way to hit the factory reset button.
Yes?
You probably won't be a Lamia anymore.
That will be weird. That sounds weird.
To be you having legs right now is kind of weird.
Everything is weird right now.
Yeah. Now, like, I know how the magic works, but I'm not strong enough to do it, and I really don't think that there's anyone that is. But
Alright.
I potentially know a way if this becomes a problem, which I think it will, that I could get you a new body. It would involve killing you.
What?
Basically, it's a resurrection spell that will put you in a new body, potentially without the thing in your blood.
Well, realistically, whatever's in you wouldn't be there because it would be an entirely constructed body from the Earth, from the planet. Like, I think I can convince the planet to make you a new body. That's kind of how this spell works.
If it wasn't for the fact that I'm already in a constructed, what might as well be a scientifically constructed body, that would just sound so weird to me right now.
Oh, I would do it though. I'd have to figure out a way to power it.
Would we even have enough time?
It depends. Like, is there anyone talking in your head right now?
I'm pretty sure my thoughts are my own.
No weird urges or anything?
Not at the moment.
Well, if you start hearing voices and it doesn't... actually, would it sound incorrect to you or would it sound correct to you?
I don't know.
Aliens.
Fucking Shinra Super Science.
This one was necessarily Shinra.
Okay, X-Shinra Super Science.
Super Science in general. Honestly, messing with forces, they really shouldn't.
Look,
I mean, not that Shinra's any better with their soldier program, but...
I think the worst part is that they might be the best ones to go to for the immediate future.
so should we bring you over to the Shinra?
What if it has a basically has a Turk on speed dial, right?
I'm friends with a certain Turk, but they've been at war. I guess I could call Jenna. She's in charge of the Turks, so...
It might be at least get us somewhere if we can get a meeting with them and explain.
Knives was here. Alright, I'll call someone. Whose number do I have? Why do I have Reno's number?
You just have Reno in the back of your head going, yeah.
Did he just...
He put his phone number in your phone. And you have a picture of him with his tongue sticking out and doing the devil signature.
Be right back.
Alright, I'll try to find out who we could go to help with this. I just don't... A little scared. I'll finish that thought when people get back.
Hmm.
So, Suki,
Yeah.
how powerful would you need to be to cast that spell?
There we go. This is a better one. Welcome, streamers. Welcome to September. We're trying to hit 20 subscribers this month.
Give me a second. I can answer that question.
They actually have resurrection in this one.
Reincarnate, and technically not, but I'm using the rules that you've put in place before
Okay.
for specifically Suki.
Okay.
I'm just seeing here. I think the way my magic works, no matter how much I train, I don't think I could ever actually get to that point anymore. Like, I'd argue the magic that I have now is stronger than what I used to have, if in a infantile state, I guess. But the only reason it's more powerful is because it's coming from a real source and not a fake one. But I think it's a level I'll never hit.
Chloe just looks all kinds of confused.
But I might be able to figure out a ritual or make a deal.
Is there a way to mimic the effects of that spell through alchemy or magic?
Technology-wise, yes. I'm pretty sure someone made a biotic brain. I'm pretty sure that's a thing Shinra has done. But through alchemy, that's stuff I don't know.
Well, I can tell you right now, bionics are right out. Part of the infection was present in her eye, and the eye stems will be connected right to her brain.
Well, no, if you went to the biotic part, that would be turning you into a robot?
Is out of the
Which-
question.
Obviously. Alright, this is something way beyond me.
Then we're going to need to figure out what solutions we do have, and we need to figure them out fast.
figure out containment way for it to not spread, and figure out a way to do it without getting Shinra involved.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back. Does trust aside with Shinra? I know how soldiers are made.
That's
Because the voices told me them. But
As this is happening, a small boy is brought into a clinic. A severed arm and a severed leg. The people inside say a crane collapsed on the boy and not sure if he's going to make it with simple breathing.
well,
And
that's
he's-
something I can.
And he's placed on a bed next to Lucretia. It says, Dr. Schill comes in and says, sorry, it's a small facility. We don't have much in the way of hospitality.
It's all right. I
That's
understand.
fine. Do you need healing magic?
No, unfortunately, no amount of healing will heal his severed wounds.
I meant to stabilize them.
Of course, of course.
I'll just go over and start channeling mana into him.
He stabilizes, but he still panics from pain from the from those wounds.
Oh.
Lucretia, you get the sudden urge to touch the boy.
Why do I,
It feels like a motherly instinct.
Lucretia is going to resist the urge.
Make a will save.
Okay. Are you kidding me?
All right. The family is yelling at the Dr. Shell outside, while Suki is tending to his wounds.
Okay, yeah. Lucretia is going to stumble to try and get up and ask
Lucretia?
Suki if she needs help.
Lucretia is starting to walk for her first time, but not realize it. And as she's walking towards the boy,
Lucretia?
she walks towards the boy's where the boy's left leg and left arm used to be. You can't help but just tap him on the shoulder.
Hey, what am I doing?
As the plant in the room, the only plant that is a stale leaf of a medical plant to send people out to try to gather, springs to life in a full plant on the wall.
What?
Okay, I gotta know. The fuck am I seeing?
Lucretia's
Okay.
looking at the plant stunned.
Oh yeah, you have mana vision.
Yeah,
Jesus just descended. Or whoever God. But it was pale at first, and as Lucretia gets whispered into the ear of touch the boy, he needs the help of a mother.
Eden's name is going on.
And as you get up, the withered plant life that was a medical herb that was framed into a wall starts to get its color back. A full stalk forms and roots form, and before you know it, the whole wall turns into this medical herb. Lucretia, your hand starts to glow a warm color. Or a
What's-
warm color.
What am I doing?
Do not let the boy suffer like this.
Krish is going to tap on the shoulder again.
Alright, you tap onto the shoulder and the whole boy's body lights up. He cries a little bit in pain, but suddenly stops as his limbs start to grow back.
Lucretia just looks at her hand and looks at Suki in complete and utter confusion.
Her eyes are now both green.
Suki?
And they call me a healer.
I have a lot of mixed feelings right now.
How bad?
Suki, you feel the same alien presence within her, but more calm, more gentle, more loving.
But is it the bad one?
It's not the bad one. It's the same one you feel from over. It's hard to tell from the one in Wutai because there are so many mixed signals, but you sense most of them bad over in Wutai. This one seems pure.
Holy shit.
It's almost like she bonded with it in a positive way. Also, then you collapse.
Lomi goes over to try and catch.
She forgot she was
Lucretia.
walking on feet.
How do these things work?
You're doing well.
The
Try
parents,
again.
the parents shove their way out of the way and see the child up with their arms intact, and they thank Suki immediately.
Yeah.
And they say, "What is this monster doing here?"
Your son's better. You can leave now.
And they quickly usher the son out. Wow, Suki, nice.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
I know you didn't deliberately say that, though.
Well, would have until they called Lucretia a monster.
So when I rolled that number, I was rolling to see how well you blended with it.
We can't go to Shinra.
It's at least feels a lot better now.
You feel really at peace. And you feel you have a sense now. You have a life sense.
Life
So-
sense.
You sense all the living creatures around you that are in pain.
So, I'm pretty sure you just blended with the thing that Shinra uses for their soldiers. Which,
And in Shinra, you feel the one thing that is not a part of you that is in pain.
Isn't necessarily a bad thing. That's not a bad entity, but
So you said from towards the Shinra building, I feel pain.
Yes. Also death. Also pain. Also, you don't feel that entity as being part of yourself. That's a foreign entity to yourself.
Hey, I'm starting to think you're right about not going to Shinra. I'm getting a
Alright.
really bad feeling from there.
So
everyone
if
does.
we're not
No.
going to Shinra,
No,
and
there's something there. There's a pain. I don't know what it is.
It's something from another place, not from here.
Is this what you feel?
It's what I felt. It's just what I know now.
can you two please stop speaking in riddles? What is going on?
I don't know. I just feel this weird pain coming.
Dr. Shill comes in. You, Lamia woman, what did you do? Ex-Lamia woman, whatever you are, what did you do? Tell me what you did. What the hell happened to my herb plant?
I don't know.
Why is it an herb plant?
Regeneration magic.
What? That is unheard of. There's no such thing since ancient times.
Yeah, well, call it a binding burst.
Do you need a job?
I'll keep your offer on hold if I ever decide to stop doing mercenary work.
Doctor?
Okay. I'm not taking no... Yes.
Not a fucking word to Shinra.
Okay.
Anyway, as I was saying, if we're not going to Shinra, what are our options? Who has knowledge of what Shinra was working on?
I might have said something previously to Shinra.
Might have.
I didn't know what I was working with. He's a good friend of mine. His name is, What's his name? Oh god, what is his name?
Do we need to play Hangman to help you remember?
No, I just gotta remember what folder I put him in.
I bet I know who it is.
Professor Gast. Did somebody call me?
Oh,
I came as quickly as I could. I was just doing an experiment with Menma. Oh, hello.
hello, Professor Gast.
Hello.
No.
No? You two know each other?
I've heard of him.
He fixes his mustache. Is this the little lady in There's nothing abnormal about her at all. I must know more. I have a friend. I have a clientele of mine who is also suffering under such a thing. Don't worry, it's not taken out of... Well, here, we must talk in private.
I am not speaking in private with
We're going with.
We're going away to someplace private, preferably where there's lots of monsters, and Shinra is difficult to get in contact with. If you understand the lines.
I see.
Alright, we're going on another road trip.
Gather my things. Miss X Guardian Corpse person.
Yeah.
You, carry my bags. They're on the truck outside.
Lomi helps Lucretia up.
There's like 17 bags. And each of them are like 4x4.
Okay.
On the truck. And each of them weighs about 200 pounds.
I start dragging.
Okay,
Because I only have a 13 strength.
you know, where are we to go? You have the best place in the slums.
My apartment building that I'm having built.
Excellent, we shall go there. Shinra has eyes and ears everywhere, and I don't want Hojo to catch wind of this. He's already tried to kill me 3 times.
Oh, for fuck's
3
sake.
times.
Yes, it's because my daughter's an ancient. Oh, shit!
Well,
And that
no
right
wonder.
there is why Hojo is trying to kill you. He is a dickbag.
I wonder if that's why I feel something terrible coming from the Shinra building.
Oh, that
That's
one might
Hojo?
that might be Genova. Ah, shit!
Yeah, the alien that's there.
Yes, it's an. You sense it? He gets really uncomfortably close to you.
Oh,
Wait, you both sense it?
no, I don't really sense it. I was
The
told about it
reports
when I
are
tried.
right. Are you a Sentra, or at least part Sentra? What's with the horn? Oh, are you a? Oh, you're a mix.
Okay, well,
Can I get a blood sample?
sure. Can we please get to where we're going?
Oh, yes. Yes. It should be
Yes.
just a quarter mile this way then, right?
Yes,
Yeah. I'll
I would
I'll
carry my
explain.
box, but I have a bad back.
You
It's like-
do know I'm like... Whatever.
I'm 54 years old. I have a bad back.
And I'm 5'3".
That will put some height onto you.
That is literally not how bodies work.
Height doesn't equate to strength either.
Well, some Genova cells might put some height on you.
No.
Don't worry. Ha ha ha. That's Hojo's department anyway.
yeah. It's like some weird foreign body that's just pain and death there.
Probably because of the state it's in.
It's like, I don't want any part of it.
So, this is your apartment complex, right?
It's under
Ooh,
construction,
you
but
have
the
a-
basement's fully built in.
Yes, I like your
secured.
basement. Is there a... Ooh, I like it. Oh, we could have taken my truck here.
What?
But then again, I don't know if my truck's been bugged.
Oh,
Well, make yourself comfortable. The crew to work on the upper areas
All
not
right.
going to be here until the beginning of the week.
All right. We need to set up everything. Lucretia, how are you feeling, dear? Takes your temperature, takes your blood pressure, accidentally takes your blood.
Lomi
better
will
than I was
assist the
earlier.
doctor. Lomi will start assisting the doctor in all medical.
Okay, glass tube goes here on top of the manicle. On the top of that, hooks the tube to that, hook the tube to that. We hook it into that, and we refill it with that.
Alright, got it. Done.
I set up the machines.
Do you, have you ever thought about working as a lab assistant before? I could really use someone who would take my work with me.
I might need a career change depending on what happens during Blitz season. There is a Blitz season.
Yeah, killing monsters doesn't do it for everyone.
You didn't notice the jersey until now?
Yeah, Lomi is pretty famous.
Well, not as much as the rest of my team. Just comes with being a goalie.
Hey, so while we're getting this set up and everything like that,
Oh, sorry, 1 second. I have a phone call. Hello? Yes, sweetie, I'm going to be late again. No. Well, yes, I am How did you know I was here? The planet? No shit. I mean, no kidding. Uh-huh. Okay, sure, if you want to. Here. Suki?
Huh?
My daughter would like to talk to you.
Okay.
She's 5.
Hello?
Never let Shinra take them. She is a miracle. She should never be taken. There's both good and bad in Shinra. Hojo is bad.
I'm aware. And didn't plan on it.
Okay, bye.
What the fuck?
Huh?
Jeez, they had a literal conversation with the planet, and that's the most disturbing conversation I've ever had. Alright, Professor.
Yes?
Let's get the questions and whatnot out of the way. You asked earlier if I could sense the stuff going on. No. But I died for 6 months? And a lot was explained to me. I fell into life stream.
That's not good. Well, it's almost
Yeah,
certain
I mean-
death for a normal person. But
That's-
for those of you of the ancient type or the Sentra type, it is most possible for you to mingle with the planet for several years to communicate and have conversations with. Also talk to your
Yeah.
past ancestors with. But coming out,
Yeah.
you would almost not regain a single memory of what has happened.
I remember talking to people and whatnot. I was only gone for 6 months though. And when I came back, I had a horn, and a lot was explained.
Ah, so you must be what we call
And Ara, yeah.
part,
Well, half.
a mix.
Yeah. I owe a certain mobster an apology. Now I'm thinking about it.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. As for what you said earlier, you said you were dealing with a similar situation with someone else?
Oh yes. I cannot say what his name is. I
Okay,
probably
well,
do.
could you elaborate?
Oh yes, he has both Hojo's creation genes in him from the one I accidentally mentioned earlier, and
No, but yeah.
and the one that young Lucretia has is apparently the one Aegeus from the Wutai one.
But the Wutai one's bad.
Not necessarily.
Well,
It
kind of.
It just depends
was it-
on if it's bad for the person and doesn't get along with the system. Because from my research notes, it seemed like when she landed here, she was a peach, just a lovely peach, like a little lost girl. She was okay with everybody. She wasn't trying to dominate the world or anything. She was just like a lost little girl. And then when the Guardians came over, they started poking her and prodding her and then withdrawing her DNA and putting it into other people. And then that's when they were getting their scary creations from. So she could be somewhere scared, all alone and everything, and she just wants to get out. I feel bad for her. Her body slowly being taken out and given out. Parts of her disappearing every day.
No, that sounds exactly like the dream I had.
Wait, so did I just misinterpret what I was told?
I'm sorry?
What you described sounds exactly like the dream I just had.
Dream?
Yeah.
Lucretia had a dream. I
Of
guess.
Garleans. It's
A nightmare sounded like.
Doing exactly what you described to me.
You wouldn't happen to know where this facility would be, would you?
Facility?
Where they were conducting the experiments.
Oh, I have no idea. Probably somewhere in Wutai.
It's the other part of the
Of
dream you
course.
didn't mention. In the dream, people were calling her Lady
I think it was Levi.
Lady Leviathan.
Yes, I remember reading about that. They were calling it. Unfortunately, the asteroid that hit the Wutai village several years ago and decimated it is like the pod that she came in. She felt horrible about it and went around healing everybody that was injured in it. And she had like a described by the public, but that was similar to what they saw as Leviathan features.
So, wait.
No, nothing
So
like you, Lucretia. You're more snake.
I get the overwhelming feeling that these things are bad for the planet, though.
They might be bad for the planet, yes. But we don't have the technology to send them back out into space. So worst comes to worst, it's finding a way to live with them.
Or a way to send them somewhere else that isn't off planet.
Or there's always a way of figuring out how to mingle with the planets, but that's between you people and the planets. It didn't do very good for Genova. She's still in one piece after several thousand years. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's in bad taste of a laugh.
If only there was people experts on this stuff.
Yeah.
It's not Shinra.
Yeah. There is those of Cosmo Canyon. But that's just rudimentary.
Only one of those scientists survived, so we could have interrogated him about those notes. Maybe he would have had something.
I mean, hindsight, yeah, but also, fuck that guy?
Oh. That reminds me, while we were down in the sewers, I actually managed to grab this sample intact. Lucretia takes out the jar.
Oh dear.
Be
Very
very
careful with that.
careful.
If I am correct, yes, I am correct. You put it into this chamber, zero it down, open the jar, and yes, it destroys itself. Good.
Why did it destroy itself?
No atmosphere.
Ah.
Oh, thank God.
We
You
can't have this infecting more people.
You have no idea what that looked like.
Yeah,
Like,
I
his
guess.
ability to see magic is really, really starting to mess with my head.
I guess. Why did I end up different than that soldier guy?
No idea. And that's why we are here to find things out.
The all-powerful force called luck.
There is also that.
Maybe.
I mean,
Also,
quite literally, there's probably no rhyme or reason.
There's also possibly the fact that you are a female, and it did come from a female host. And they've been putting it in male hosts, or male subjects.
Sounds sexist?
I mean, never know.
Well,
You're wrong, but like that concept is just like like a cosmic fuck you to men. Like, I'm not bashing the theory. I'm just saying. Hey, well, huh.
At least it doesn't sound like it's direct. Oh, the Mako experiments aren't a factor. Well, maybe that could have figured in why it accepted me. I guess acceptance is the right word.
Fusion, probably the better thing. Absorption?
This is odd.
Huh?
The Mako the life stream essence I came with has more than doubled in size.
What?
Oh, yeah. You might want to keep that away from her.
Why?
She can regenerate limbs and literally brought a plant back to life and made it overgrow into a wall.
Oh no, Shinra must never have her.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. As fun as it is, like, doing everything with you guys, I don't think you can stay here, Lucretia.
I'm starting to think that too.
Well, where are we going to take her?
Well, if there's people over in Cosmo Canyon that's an expert on, like, a planet stuff, maybe there?
I could always take you and my toddler, and we can go there together.
I'd be happy to provide an escort.
I can see about calling, getting in touch with my company and see if I can. No! You're
done with them now. You died in a battle.
Well, there's that rather gigantic hole that I put into the ground from the sewers.
As long as they don't go sniffing around to verify that.
And grease some palms and just have it set so you died on the.
Oh, you mean like having bits and pieces of you, like in here? Dr. Shill gave it to me. I already paid her off.
Okay.
Oh well, that works.
They at least don't know I actually have a place. Actually, have my place in Costa del Sol. So that'll work out fine if we have to go there at some point.
Get you to Cosmo Canyon, I guess.
So, about your place in Costa del Sol. We'll head over there first and clean it out.
I think I got vacation days.
Yeah.
I think I deserve vacation days. It's kind of been nonstop since before and after I died. Huh. So, I guess help you guys get to where you're going, and then sayonara?
I guess that might be it.
Looks like I'm putting in for my pension. Oh, poor Menma. Oh,
Who's Menma?
Suki. If you ever run into a green-haired boy with a fluffy green tail, he works as a soldier, 3rd class. Tell him to
Description
go.
sounds really cute.
Ew.
What fluffy tail? Who doesn't like tails? They're fluffy.
Can you give him this information for me?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I have a tail. Kind of forget about that.
It's not fluffy.
No, that's a shame.
I want him to come to me to Cosmo Canyon. We might be able to figure out with both Lucretia's ability to regenerate. We might be able to save him one day.
Is he dying?
Oh, no. I didn't have the heart to tell him, but he is on the negative side effects of this. While Lucretia has kind of formed with it, his body is rejecting everything.
He's not feeling the call, is he?
The what?
It's all too early to tell, too.
It's just a God. How do you put it? All right. How it was explained to me that sometimes the people that get these cells, DNA, whatever, in them, have a yearning to reunite.
Yes,
with the
Ciro brought
source.
that information up before. She shakes them off all the time, though. Also, a wanting of a splitting, whatever that means.
I just know that it's a good way to tell if someone's been marked, changed. It's one of the common side of. Look, the planet wasn't very descriptive.
Oh, also, Lucretia, you have the body of a 17-year-old.
I
Do I
thought
look?
she looked younger.
No, according to this, she has a lifespan, an unknown lifespan.
Well,
Well, that's just not fair.
I'm not exactly natural to begin with.
Still not fair, Lucretia.
No, her cells are repairing themselves at an astronomical rate.
What?
Blub blub.
Are you
Wait.
saying I'm regenerating?
I think you just said you're immortal.
No, not quite. We don't know what extent to that, and we're not going to test that because we are not Shinra.
Well, no, but if your cells stop degrading and regenerate instead, that effectively makes you immortal via age.
Yes, but regeneration, a pure regeneration, could be also a bad thing too. You can also become an undead from that, like a type of rabbitness.
Makes a strange amount of sense.
Because she could become too healthy.
Right. So that Menma guy, got it. Tell him where you're going. Don't tell anywhere else. And God, I'm just really happy that shit did not get on me. No offense, Lucretia. I don't want to know what would have happened there.
I'm just happy that it's not turning out as bad as we thought
According
it could.
to Menma, it seems like your DNA is more of an antibody against this foreign DNA.
Really?
Not just the Centra, or half Centras, or whatever you call them.
Well, let's see.
They seem to get
How many
healthier around you, and the further apart you're away from them, the further they degrade.
How many pints of blood can you give without consequences?
Yes, pints of blood are good and all, but they need to have the living host with it. And from what I can see from Lucretia, she is an entirely new being now. She has,
I don't suppose there's an easy way to just separate these cells from the host, is there?
I'm sorry, but... Oh, hold on. DNA samples are in. Remarkable. This is remarkable. Unlike Menma's, you have one DNA strand.
How many does Menma have?
Yes.
3. It's 3, isn't it?
No, I also gave him some of my daughter's blood to try to minimize it. But yeah, it's mostly 3.
Oh, man. Wait, hold on. You had a juice... Oh.
So
Is there-
Weird.
Something I should know?
Well, from what he said, this Menma guy's got the Wutai cells plus these Genova cells, his normal stuff, and you put Sentra in them.
to try to quell the other two.
Did it work?
It's quelling the one from Wutai currently.
Right. Well, if need be, contact me and I can donate some.
Of course. It'll have to be through secrecy. I know, Knives would be a good person to contact. Do you know Knives?
She's my best friend.
Okay, good, because she likes money, and she will shut up for money.
That is actually true. Also, I have a series of burner phones. Knives got me in the habit of that.
Okay.
So there's always a way to contact me.
No, there's not if you always have burner phones.
Oh, trust me, there's a way to contact
I will
me.
send you a burner phone.
Okay.
Hmm.
By the way, what I meant by saying there's always a way to contact me, if you know Knives, there's always a way to contact me.
Okay.
No matter what I do to change things around, Knives always figures it out. I'm pretty sure she stalks me in her free time.
Yeah, it sounds like you two are close.
That's what is she's the reason I didn't join the Turks and went into the Guardian Corps instead.
Hmm.
Which, in hindsight, probably the best thing that's happened.
And let's take a quick break.
Well, getting fired was probably the best thing that's happened.
Hmm.
Because it led to my death.
What a morbid thing to say.
We
Yeah,
will be-
but you know, things have been working out since.
Yeah.
We will be back in a couple of minutes.
Specifically. would it
And
be
we
that
are
hard?
back.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oops. Too loud.
Hey, Professor.
Yes.
Should I, No, I'm not even going to ask. I'm going to have a place left open for you here. So, I guess we can just have a safe room here.
Excellent idea. That way I can come and take the blood as needed.
Yeah, I was kind of having this place built as, for something like that anyways, so...
I guess it's getting its use in open beta.
Yeah, right?
Lucretia,
Yes?
I need to have a serious conversation with you.
About what?
Are you going across the pond to, I guess, find this facility, clean out your old place, and get the Cosmo Canyon?
I think so. Whatever the case is, I don't think I want to stay here, especially with that. There, Lucretia points towards the Shinra building.
Right.
We're in
I
a
understand
basement.
that.
We are in a basement.
I understand
I'm pointing in
that.
the direction of it.
That's my TV.
It's over there somewhere. Trust me.
Right. I understand that. If you're going to try and lay low, I might not be able to follow.
That's fine.
Let me pull Lucretia in for a hug.
Lucretia turns to hug.
This will work
We've been
out.
together so long.
Lomi, that pain in your leg is gone.
Oh.
Mm.
Hey, I'm all fixed up from the battle. Haha.
What?
Funny how that works.
Yeah. Be careful what I touch, I guess.
If you ever need anything over here in Midgar, I'll be available. And I'm sure Suki won't mind helping either. Right?
Not at all. I quite literally did not go to the Wutai War to help people around here.
And, well,
And I made all my friends pretty pissed at me for doing that.
Suki, Lomi, I'd like to hire you both to escort us to Cosmo Canyon.
Okay.
do you want to keep a low profile?
Yes.
I'll need a disguise.
I guess I'll need one too.
You're already in your disguise.
Well, I mean, there's that hat.
Yeah, I forgot. Legs.
Well,
Yeah.
also to hide the tail and whatnot. There's the hat that I have.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you look as like a specific person, but doesn't look like you.
It sounds like one last road trip.
We're not taking the car.
No, we
It
gotta.
has my license plate. We're getting a rental.
We're not getting a rental.
Huh?
Oh no. We're going by foot.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna go steal a truck from a junkyard and.
Oh
Get it
no. We're going north. We're catching a ride with some fellow workers of mine
On like a boat?
on a boat.
Okay.
They're all Northrenders.
Expecting us to haul your
Oh.
gear, though, right?
What?
I'm not hauling all your gear on foot.
Oh no, I know that. But once we drive up there, pull forward into forward gear and let the vehicle keep descending down.
Okay. I was gonna go get a truck to do that, though.
Excellent work. This is why I
No.
pay you.
Lomi
I
leads
just-
into Suki and
I
starts
just
whispering.
look at the other two and just like. What the
I
fuck?
don't think he's listening to us.
Sounds like a smart person.
Wow,
Yeah.
85 viewers.
Thanks for the raid,
Alright.
by the way.
Sorry, I never had that many before.
Oh, we got it rated?
Yeah.
Huh, I'm not watching. I don't have the stream chat up. Welcome, chat. Alright, anyways, I guess I'll go get a truck. Steal a truck. Something. I'll go get something. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get a transport.
In the meantime, Chloe, can you help me practice how to walk?
Of course.
Maybe
Come
we
on.
should get Lucretia a wheelchair for now.
Can't use it forever. But
Well, I said for
Fine.
now.
and I said, but fine.
Besides, it will fit into the disguising.
She's a crippled old woman.
Alright. So Lomi's gonna help Lucretia practice walking for a bit while Suki and I guess the doctor get their stuff ready to go.
It's gonna take a couple weeks.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm
We-
just gonna.
Should we do
Go.
anything in the meantime?
Can you guys go? So sort of. When are we going to take my? Oh, it's probably
Already
soon.
did.
That we do that. Okay. You guys should probably go collect at some point. Go collect the money.
Pretty out of you.
We'll swing by.
I have more viewers than I do have followers.
Wait. Before we leave, we need to get our story straight. Lucretia, how'd you die?
She blew the fuck up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
There's
they know.
a giant
they know I-
fucking hole we were at. She blew the fuck up.
Yeah, a company knows that I have access to blue magic, so you could just tell them I self-destructed to save you guys.
Alright. We'll go with that story. Oh, I really hope we can sell this.
You want me to just go do it?
I'm not the best at handling that stuff.
Well, I'll just go report into TJ that the job was done. One casualty.
Alright.
They head to the watch.
There is a lot of fire at the watch.
A lot of fire.
Fire. And you see fire blazing everywhere.
For fuck's sake.
And in the middle of the fire, you see somebody screaming and burning fire from their mouth.
Rain. Do I?
You do not recognize her.
Rain. Just I make it start raining.
Okay.
What the?
Huh? I think you cut out for that.
No, that's normal for him.
Brigand?
Sorry. Kind of in the mood.
Just a dragon person.
Oh, everybody okay? Guys, there's nobody around.
Brigand, what the fuck?
Everything was put on me ever since TJ went to war.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, god damn it.
What's up?
Okay. One, how many people in the watch actually know you're not human?
Well, apparently everyone now.
Right. Well, that's your problem to deal with, I suppose. The job in the sewers is done.
Oh, good.
One casualty.
Huh? Who?
Lucretia.
The
Snake girl.
The albino snake girl?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
Indeed. She has some pretty specific funeral requirements that she told us about. So I'm going to be gone for a week or two.
Where you going?
Fulfilling her funeral requirements.
Okay. Yeah, take as much time as you need.
Well, are you fucking sure? Because I don't think I've seen you this stressed.
I'm fine. I got it all out. Besides, I'm the one in charge here now.
That doesn't mean you can burn the place down.
It's mostly metal.
Friggin'.
Yeah.
Don't do that again, please.
If these people could do their jobs right... More fire comes out of her mouth.
They're all fucking volunteers and not even trained.
Some of them are getting paid.
Only pay the ones that finish the job.
And they aren't finishing the job.
Then you don't pay them.
They're demanding more pay. Anyway, I'll take care of it.
I can wait a few days before I go. I'll help you sort this out before I go.
Alright. Appreciate it.
Fuck's sake. Just make JJ your secretary or something. You know, the goblin that lives out of the apartment complex.
I thought you meant the guy with the bounty on his head.
There's a person with a bounty on their head named JJ.
No, Jay Farmer.
No, JJ the goblin. Which supposedly gets a surprising a lot of action.
Ew, I don't need to hear that?
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone wanted to know that.
I didn't?
At least...
Oh, God!
Yeah, well, share my fucking pain, because he did it in my room.
Oh!
Yeah, burnt the mattress and all. That's not true, I just gave him the mattress. I think he's living in a hole somewhere.
Alright.
Alright. Let's go sort out the fucking people that are causing this problem.
Alright.
Shoot them in the ass if they really cause a problem.
So
I mean,
so
GG's not here, right?
Right.
I don't think we'd get in trouble for shooting him in the ass, right?
Right. You gotta be careful of the one guy. He does have a gun for an arm.
Okay. But no, I'm serious. Like, you don't... I mean, it won't be that too much of a problem if we, like... I mean, at least a foot, right? For the ones that are
I was told not
problems?
to shoot him. I was told not to shoot him.
You were told not to shoot them. Alright, fine. Swift kick in the ass or something. Let's go see Gunarm.
Hey! Why aren't we getting more money for our jobs?
Are you doing your jobs?
Yeah, we're doing our jobs. Well, not entirely. We find out that we're getting paid less after we're about to do our jobs.
If you don't do the work, you don't get paid. This is volunteer work, and the people paying you are the people requiring you to hunt down the monsters.
When the pay changes, though, that's when we get pissed.
Because there aren't as many monsters. We can only pay you the amount we are paid to pay you. It's not like this is an actual corporation. We are just the only people down here willing to hunt monsters.
Looks like we're gonna have to get other jobs, boys. Maybe Shinra's hiring.
I mean, good fucking luck. They'll send you to war.
At least we'll get paid.
Have fun.
Yeah, whatever.
What a dick.
I know. Your sunglasses are awful.
I mean, sunglasses weren't bad. Next!
Hey, you were hiring about doing a job for 300 gil, and then it went to 150. What's up about that?
What was the job?
Monster elimination.
What was the elimination?
Well, we had monsters, but then half the numbers were there, so we figured we'd do half the price.
So you went on the monster hunt expecting X amount of monsters, and you brought back half the amount of monsters?
Yeah. And we
You
charge
get
by the
paid-
head.
Yeah, it's paid per body. It's always paid per body.
Go back out there and get some more bodies. We'll pay you for them. This shit blows.
That I think a lot of you guys have forgotten. The watch is effectively built off a bounty system, not an hourly wage, not a per job wage, a bounty system. When it comes to hunting out monsters, you are paid per the body. When it comes to clearing out a sector, you were paid for the job. Was it a monster hunt or a sector clear?
Sector clear.
Was it a sector clear?
It was a sector clear with per head per diem.
Oh, see, that's just a mix-up. We can't do sector clear with per head diem. Like, it's either a sector clear or it's a hunt.
That's what TJ left me, so.
It's fine. Look, for the mix-up, out of my personal fund, I can pay you a little extra, but I can't give you the full amount.
Ugh, he walks away in a huff.
That's on us. That's on us fucking that up. You want the extra pay or not?
He walks away in a huff.
I guess no extra pay for you. Alright. Sector clears or hunts. Don't do both. Because you'll get that.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah?
We did a sector clear, and I think we got paid too much.
Okay.
So here's the extra that we think. All right,
Thank
have
you.
a good day. Talk to payroll, not me.
Just put the bag to the side.
And this goes on for about an hour.
Right.
Then you cover everybody. By the
All
end
right,
of it, you have
Spriggan.
about 100 left.
Alright, Spriggan. Do you understand now?
Yes. Hire you.
It's why I help here. I'll get the stuff done that I need to get done, and I'll get back quickly to help finish it out. I probably won't be out in the field as much anymore anyways.
Alright. Lomi, Lucretia.
Mm-hmm.
The faithful day has arrived.
How well can Lucretia walk at this point after weeks of
About 10 feet.
It's an improvement.
With 2 canes on either side.
Does my climb or swim speeds function at all?
No.
Yeah.
Actually, you have a swim speed because your legs just go together like you had a tail.
Okay.
Because your legs go together and your tail goes over top of them, and it's just like you had a tail.
Okay. So I can still swim like normal.
You could swim at a minus 10 feet.
Okay. And the climb speed from monstrous shifter is a no-go?
Not right now, no.
Okay. How well can she still do magic?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Her healing now does any healing spell she does healing regen of 5. Touched in with it.
Huh.
And it affects objects too.
Huh.
Okay.
Mostly objects that were alive at one point.
Oh, the corpses.
Yeah, you can bring the corpse back, but if there's no soul with it, then you can't do it.
Okay. Alright. At least I can kind of walk on my own.
Feeling confident?
I'm going to try.
Well, that's a good attitude to have. Lomi is gonna put on her disguise as they start to head out.
Yeah, Lucretia will do the same. With the hat she had loaned to her by Suki.
Does your
Yeah.
racial form give you anything in climb?
If I were in a motorcycle chase, it would probably sound like this. Doom doom, motorcycle. Doom doom. Chase. Doom doom. Motorcycle. Doom doom. Chase. Motorcycle. 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 Chase. Motorcycle. 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 Chase. Motorcycle. Bum bum. Motorcycle, 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 motorcycle,
Hold on a second. That's not a motorcycle. That's a crazy bus!
No, it's my climb speed is strictly from Monster Shifter.
Okay, then you get all your monster shifter. What does your swim come from?
My race.
Okay, you get half your swim then.
Okay. No.
GM, I do need to purchase a Ring of Disguise, I think.
No,
Or-
literally just give you a hat of disguise.
Oh,
Well, a hat,
okay, so I'm
hat of single disguise.
okay, so I'm using Suki's hat, and Lucretia has what now?
Right, I forgot. I don't really need a disguise because the legs now, I guess.
Well,
You're still
a Lamia.
Yeah, true.
you still look the same and have the same skin and the same
Yeah, that was.
really cool hair.
I mean, I don't mind who uses that. I'm just saying there is a hat of single disguise for someone to use.
Point is, we
I
have it all covered.
I should probably still take the hat then, since. Well, I look very recognizable otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll take what disguise item?
Hat of disguise. You have one alternate person you can pick from. Alternate identity.
You guys didn't pick up all the reward money, so there should be plenty there for that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I out of character forgot how much we were getting paid for that job. So
Let's see here.
Wait, didn't it go to like the other people that were hired by the watch because they ran out of money?
Oh, you got 2,200.
Total?
Yes.
Okay. Plenty there for that.
of course, it's not an easy number.
Never is.
Oh. It's right here.
Well, there's the number. Someone gets a 4 instead of a 3. I don't care who.
I'll go ahead and pass on it.
I can give up
Sounds like-
4.
I was going to say, sounds like Lucretia skin. Or
Lucretia downloaded a new skin.
Okay, so first, yep, done.
Alright, so you guys have everything you need. You guys are going out in the big old dump truck.
all I could find.
Whatever works.
You were introduced to a little girl.
What's her name?
Oh, you can only imagine. Does that answer your question?
Yep.
She touches Suki, and Suki then hears screaming of the planet.
Yeah, are you okay, Suki? You're making faces again.
She's the talking planet.
Well, aren't you a cute little thing?
She smiles.
Oh god, I did not need that again. Oh,
Get used to it.
yeah. Yeah. I'm aware. Just
She's been doing it for 2,000 years.
kind of lean down and then point to the horn, right?
She touches your horn, you hear the screams again.
I'm only half. only half.
Me too.
Yeah, well, let's just say I'm not as well connected as others. Yet.
She pats you on the back and you hear the screams again.
Are you doing okay there, Suki?
Yup. Just try my best to not smack a little
And
kid.
she's sitting right next to you. All right, we should get there in about 2 or 3 hours. Bump, she touches you.
I'm gonna cry. This is what a brain aneurysm feels like.
I believe your friend can heal that.
Oh, great.
Heal what?
Brain aneurysm.
Right.
Kid, you're adorable, but it is actually hurting in my head.
Then block it out.
Oh, I know how I'm spending the next fucking time on a road trip.
It's okay. Pat, pat, pat.
Put my hands in my lap, close my eyes, and concentrate.
Okay. So eventually you get there to a boat that's welcoming you, and there's Vieran scientist there and Garlean scientist.
Oh, great.
And you pull up, and they start to unload the vehicle immediately. One of the Garlean scientists picks up the little girl and says, "Oh, you have grown so much!" These are your escorts. We will be sure to bring them back safely home.
Mm-hmm.
You got the brick? Yep. Okay, put the brick on the gas pedal and let this thing go into the ocean. Such a waste.
Here we go.
Yep. Pretty sure that's not gonna come back and bite me in the ass.
What?
The dump truck.
Mm.
You mean just back-ending it into the ocean?
Yes.
You desiccated the ocean by putting oil into it.
Like, I'm pretty sure I stole that truck.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Mm.
shouldn't we have emptied out with the gas tank from it?
That would be littering.
You could have.
I mean,
You can't.
We could have.
You can't actually empty Mako out.
it ran
Oh.
off a Mako and machine. Technically, that's only pseudo-polluting.
Pseudo.
I mean, the Mako actually came from. It's fine.
I don't
It
know.
won't, it won't do enough harm to matter.
I don't know what kind of conversations you'll plan, but it sounds at least as weird as what is going on with me right now.
There's not a lot of conversations going on the planet, believe me. That whole trip, it was just screaming in my ears.
Well, sit back and relax. It's going to be one heck of a trip.
Your kid has the mental fortitude of a fucking goddess. You know that, right?
Oh yes.
I'm not sure if I should be concerned about that bluntness or be happy for it.
She gets it from her mother.
Honestly, it's something you guys won't have to deal with. Realistically speaking. I mean, unless you somehow come back and find out you're half Sentra.
Oh yes, please. I want to imagine it being a quadruple science experiment of some kind.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the experiments can't make you a Sentra.
That is correct. We've tried.
mean, maybe magic could, but
Your first stop is Costa del Sol.
probably have to be more like making a deal with the planet and getting the powers or something.
The first stop takes roughly about 6 days to get to. Small boat.
At least it'll nice. At least it'll be a nice stop at home.
Alright, you get there.
I hate boats.
Alright, these disguises should be good for you. Just go to your home and take what you can.
All right.
And shame we can't relax at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to having having a chance to do that once the contract finished.
Hmm.
Oh well, let's just get in and out.
Yep.
Well,
You get closer to your house and you notice that there is a crime scene investigation around your house.
Oh, what now? Crime usually doesn't happen around here. I made sure.
Ma'am,
I mean,
ma'am, sorry, nobody can enter this area.
Why?
And it seems like a Wutai protagonist, or not protagonist, protagonist. Oh god. Gotta
A Wutai anime protagonist.
Antagonist.
Looks like-
Antagonist is the bad guy.
Looks like members of the Wutai came and raided this place not too long ago.
Oh no, that's my. That might be where my house is.
I'm sorry, your house?
No, a friend of ours
Yeah.
died recently, and part of the bearer rights was to come here to gather their belongings.
Which house
It's-
is it?
Here.
I pretend to look up information on my phone as I look over.
Lucretia writes in the address and shows it to him.
Yes, that was the house, as well as the neighbors' houses that were broken into.
Well, that's fucking unfortunate.
I don't know.
Is there
what
any
you're-
way we?
Yeah,
Is there any?
my supervisor's not here yet, so yeah, I'll let you go in there. But there's not much left in there. It seems like whatever they were looking for, they burned afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for doing your work.
I'm technically
Thanks,
not
officer.
right now.
All right, Lucretia's going to head to what's left of her home.
There's just
So,
caution
wait.
tape across the door.
I'm confused. Was it Shinra that did experiments on you, or Wutai?
I don't know. Like I said, like some distance from here is a range of the lab I crawled out of.
It's starting to look more like that your Wutai experiment instead of Shinra then.
Oh, does that?
The plot thickens.
That means
Does that make it worse or better? Is that what
Worse.
you were about to ask? It
No, I think.
arguably worse?
Well,
Like,
think about it
both
like
sides
this.
of the coin's pretty bad, though.
Well, think about it like this. There's only one reason they would have come here.
That ass.
that being?
That's where this is where I kept my cryptid disc from that lab.
Right.
I kept it in a safe.
Well, let's go check the safe.
Yeah. Bolted on the ground, so they either cracked it or found a way to blast it open.
Just as we're going in, before we go in, detect magic.
Nothing.
Does
All right.
Lucretia's license pick up anything?
Just a few people nearby that was hurt in the fire.
Do Lomi's albed eyes see anything?
What did they do before?
They send visual information to the brain to process.
Oh god, I hate you so much.
I want to be included too.
You know, I could probably teach you how to detect magic, though, right?
Where was your safe area at?
She would have kept this. She would have kept the safe in the master.
In master bedroom? Okay, you go to the master bedroom. The floor still looks like it's intact, other than for some burn marks.
And the safe?
Seems like it's still under the floor.
All right.
I have
And
the
it seemed
detect
like
magic up.
it seems like it fell from where it was bolted into the part of the floor to further down.
DM, I have the detect magic up while also looking around with mana vision.
Yeah, it seems like some of the neighbors had some magical items.
Okay. Lucretia is going to open up her safe.
All right, everything is still in there. What kind of safe was it?
It probably would have been. It probably would have been a combination lock that also required a key.
Was it a burn safe, a water safe?
Oh yeah, she would have spent a lot of money on it.
Okay, yeah, all the information is safe.
Okay. All right, Lucretia's going to grab everything out of the safe. All right. Everything is intact.
And then as you get the information, you look up, and you see on the ceiling something written in Wutai.
Hey, what's that on the ceiling? Can anyone read it?
Huh? Sorry, it was focusing on other magic stuff. What?
It's
There's
a
writing on the ceiling.
Wutai, I think it is.
Oh, that is Wutai. I think. Yeah.
It is Wutai.
What does it say?
We know you live in Midgar, and we will find you. You cannot escape us forever.
They know you were in Midgar. Definitely looking like your Wutai side of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
The plot thickens.
Well,
Yeah, it's a shame.
just one more option off the list.
Honestly, a shame. I always heard Wutai were pretty nice.
So much for that, I guess.
Well, I guess when other people not part of your culture gets involved and start experimenting on an alien from another planet,
Does anybody have read magic?
yo,
You notice a specific kind of rune on the wall.
that
yes, I'll-
definitely would have triggered from detect magic.
Oh, yeah, it would. Yeah, sorry. There was a rune on the wall.
That's weird.
Read magic.
All right, it's an
Lucretia will do the same.
and it's an explosive rune.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Fuck.
What is
And
it?
I just jump and tackle the other two to the ground.
All right.
Lucretia will try to defend.
Oh no, there's no.
Hmm?
I'm only rolling half the dice for this.
Lucretia's going to use her body to defend the documents of her life.
All right.
Oh, and all the stuff in the safe.
Everybody
room.
take 19 damage.
Do I take more for like
No,
trying to
I'm
cover them up
I'm
or something?
no, I actually yeah, I'll give you half of their damage each.
Okay.
You know,
After
I really hate this DM for reading into my mind.
Lucretia will touch her friends to see if she can heal them that way.
So you touch them, and they do start regenerating their the massive hole in the back of Suki's back.
Some fire resistance.
Oh, the scales start regenerating.
God, how's my hair?
The burnt hair starts coming back. The tail starts coming back perfectly. Although the clothes do not regenerate.
You might want to see if there's something in my
The
closet.
guard that was on duty runs in and says, "Is everybody okay? I heard an explosion."
They
Whoever.
left the trap.
Yep.
Mhm.
I just point toward the wall where the rune was.
This is a blackened out rune left there now.
God.
You mean this? They're all over the place on the inside. None of us can decipher it.
Don't try to.
Why?
It's an explosive rune.
A rune? Nobody uses runes anymore.
Yeah, well, apparently fucking Wutai does, and I point up to the ceiling. Or did no one see the Wutai on the ceiling?
Oh. Well, no, we got reports and we had everything shut down until a proper crime investigation came through.
I know magic. I can disrupt the runes. I'll go disrupt the runes.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright, let me go into Wondrous Items.
Just give me a second to recover from that. Oh, my fucking back.
Well, right. I'm helping.
Thank you.
Lomi is no help here because she doesn't have the ability to disable magical traps.
No, it's... You can disable them by breaking the runes.
Yeah, I don't have the
Just-
thing that lets me do that.
Alright, so,
Would you like a knife? As I pull out my sword and just start literally hacking the runes.
so,
I mean, I don't have.
So Suki, so the officer agrees with you and says, "Can you check out the rest of the places?"
Yeah.
At least let me help a bit in case there's someone else around here.
Ma'am, you look different from when you entered. Your hat is damaged.
Hmm.
Great. And my hat's busted.
Oh, Shinra doesn't know this, but here, take these.
What is he offering?
He's offering you a pair of earrings. If your ears are not pierced yet, they're about to be.
Thanks.
And now you have a
Certainly
new
better than a
identity.
hat. Lot better than a magical hat that I'm gonna have to repair.
Yeah. Lucretia hats.
We don't see many Anettas around here.
How's Lomi's
Especially
hat
with
doing?
legs.
Yeah.
But seeing that we were expecting you coming in for some time, but we weren't expecting you to come in as people? Sorry.
Are always best of disguise.
So you have about an hour before anybody officially gets here.
Okay.
And I'll walk around with detect magic, specifically trying not to read any runes.
Okay.
This is just a new fucking low for Wutai. What the hell? No shit, I'm gonna have to tell the watch about this.
Makes it seem worse since it seems like they're after me now.
Oh, but
One-
if Wutai know how to do this, they could set this shit up anywhere.
One thing at a time. We gotta focus.
Yeah,
We have everything
no.
we came for.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh, come
speaking out
on. Why does it have
loud.
to be this window?
God damn it, my job just got a lot harder when I go back home.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just gotta be on the lookout and teach people how to look out for these things. probably should tell the Turks about it too. The explosive runes part.
Mm.
Last thing we want is someone dropping a fucking plate on the slums.
Tch.
Think of the fucking, think of the amount of casualties that will happen from that. That'd be horrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd
An
be a lot.
untold tragedy.
Okay. I think I got them all. Took a while.
Also, you found something interesting when you were going around.
Oh?
A little small orb that looks like it was tucked away under a bed. Bed is toast.
Put it on my finger as I check it out.
A nice little green orb.
And what are you? Let's see here.
Comet.
Well, that certainly makes up for the fucking hat.
What did you find there, Suki?
Comet.
Comet?
Comet.
No, that's a
Okay, what's
material.
Comet?
Isn't that some serious firepower?
That is some serious firepower. Not to sound like a greedy bitch or anything like that, but do you guys mind?
Yeah, take
Feel
it.
free. I haven't taken a lot of the material.
Fair. Alright, Comet. Figure out how that works later on.
Mhm. But what
Just
was
put that in
this
my pocket.
here?
By the way, how's
Yes.
your eye feeling?
Her eyes
Well-
feel great.
I agree, but I haven't felt any of the same weird stuff I felt at first.
Not
Well-
even when you move away from Suki?
No.
Oh, well, that's
To be
good.
fair, it sounds
Where's-
like you just lucked out.
Yeah. The only weird thing is getting used to these legs.
These legs.
Yeah, you got the wobble. You'll eventually walk straight.
You don't have to look good, you just have to get from place to place.
I mean, worst comes to worst, if it really needs to go into a disguise, we can get you a cane. Make it look like you got a leg injury that you haven't quite recovered from yet.
You're still going to miss the full tail, though.
Misses, they're coming.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Alright, time to go.
Yep.
So, get out of your hair. Thanks. Bye.
And you just see a bunch of people go up to him. Yes, this way, sirs.
I'm gonna really need it. When all this blows over, I'm gonna really need to see a tailor.
Oh, good news is, I saw how those runes were crafted.
Oh?
Yeah, I might be able to figure out how to do that. Maybe. Not,
Give them a taste of their own medicine.
well, it's more along the lines, I know the formula, not the means.
Hmm.
Maybe? Or the end result? Not really the kind of magic I can cast, though.
Is
I
this
don't-
a planet thing?
Well, I mean, it's my magic's from the planet now, and blowing things up isn't necessarily a planet thing.
Oh,
I can
but
make
that-
it rain, though. I mean, that's always fun.
Yeah, not as fun as stuff blowing up, though.
True, but it is relaxing for meditation. The rain, I mean. Explosions aren't very meditative. Alright, well, we were able to recover some of your stuff, right?
Yeah,
All of it? Nothing
all
was
the-
missing?
yeah. All the important stuff is here. Plus
Good.
whatever else that's the other stuff I wanted to bring and my clothes.
And we know that Wutai is going to be heading to Midgar to look for you.
Mm-hmm. Look what?
So that's a thing I can prep for.
What will they do when they find out I'm dead?
Might blow something up. If they make a big stink about everything, then we can deal with it. As I point to myself and Lomi.
We'll have to be ready for it.
Hey, we got an advance warning. Quite literally, that is the most ready we've ever been.
So, do we know what their MO usually is?
Well, the last time we got an advance warning about Wutai over in Midgar, they bombed Midgar.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
we got a 12-hour advance on that? 8 hours? Something like that. Could have been a lot worse. Good amount of people survived that because we found out.
I wish I could be. I wish I could be at Ground Zero with you guys.
You got your own shit to deal with now. Don't worry, you're a friend. We'll clean up.
We'll
You gotta
keep
get
looking.
yourself sorted out first.
We'll keep looking for a way to help you.
Yeah. Trust me, if I ever figure out a way how to make the new body, I'll let you know. If that's on the table for you.
Professor Gas eagerly waits on the ship. Were you able to get your resource materials?
Yep.
Ooh, may I?
Sure.
Excellent.
Found some
To the lab!
found some shit out though.
Hmm?
Wutai's looking for her.
So she's not a Shinra monster. No offense.
That's
Seems
fine.
that way. They set one hell of a trap for her too.
Interesting.
Explosive ruins.
Yeah, so that tells us they probably don't want you back alive.
Or at least someone there doesn't.
Or they were not
do-
expecting.
Well, there's that. So it was probably more along the lines for some chucklehead to figure out how to activate it and then cause a mass explosion. There was a chucklehead that was going to activate those runes by accident. Technically speaking, if I understand how that spell's done correctly, all it kind of requires is you knowingly trying to read it.
Hmm.
Well, get on the board. We will do this. Take your time. Take a nap. We'll be about 2 weeks.
2 weeks on the boat.
2 weeks on the boat. I know how much you like boats.
I want to go get a fishing rod.
Here you go.
Oh, perfect. Yay.
You're on a fishing boat with a bunch of eggheads.
I'm just gonna
At least I can
find
still
a corner
swim.
somewhere and sulk because I don't like boats.
At least I can swim halfway well.
You start to get sick because the storm comes in and it starts to really rock back and forth.
Just
Lucretia-
hug an unmovable object and stay there.
Lucretia was gonna see if her touch can actually help the seasickness.
Nope.
It's not really seasickness. It's
It's
only kind of seasickness.
okay.
It's just not being on solid ground.
Hmm.
Found I don't like not being in contact with ground.
So, like, if you're even if you're just swimming.
I'll be honest, I don't really know how to swim all that well.
I mean, she did drown for 6 months, so.
Like, I like blitzball and everything like that, but never had the reason to learn how to swim.
Yeah. Sorry, Suki. I was gonna teach you, but things happened.
Yeah. We deal with crazy monster and aliens all the time, apparently.
Yeah. So does that make me a monster alien?
No, you are just different. Anyway,
Yeah,
fast
you
forward.
do look kind of monstrous, but in a cute way.
So fast forward 2 weeks. Ah, Suki! Good news! Good. Ugh. Somebody get her a remedy.
I'm not seasick. For fuck's sake.
We're finally here,
Alright.
and there's a vehicle waiting for us. And we will be sitting next to. Little girl goes, I want to sit next to Suki.
Yeah. You're so adorable. How could I say no?
She hugs you.
At least it's only on a setting of 7 instead of 150.
Well, if I didn't
Okay.
know any better, Suki, I think she likes doing this.
Yay.
In a weird, messed up way, I think she's making me better suited to deal with it.
Well,
It takes
trial
you,
of fire.
takes you about.
Or she's a little hellspawn that likes messing with people.
Takes you about 16 hours to get to Cosmo Canyon.
Now it's just like a mosquito buzzing in my ear. Annoying, but
Touches you.
tolerable.
And you finally get there, and they said only those that are become one with the planet or those who study may enter. Ah, Dr. Guest, you're more than welcome to enter. Hello?
We're the escorts.
She's a Sentra, the little girl says.
Half.
And everybody's just like in awe of you.
Great.
Get the good beds ready.
You know, kiddo, you're probably not supposed to just go around screaming that,
It's
right?
okay here.
Well, yeah, but I meant in general.
In Midgar, it's a bad place to say it.
Yeah.
Mommy!
Maybe that won't always stay that way. Well, she's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, I can turn off the optimism.
Turn it off.
You know, I found like my personality's changed just a little bit since I died.
So they set
It's-
up the place for Lucretia. And
Weird.
They set up a room for her as well. They also set up an emergency exit for just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And a rehab facility for Lucretia so she can get used to her feet better. And this takes maybe about a half a week. And the scientists that will be involved will be Dr. Gast and some of the other, the Garlean and Vieran scientists.
Seems like a nice enough place.
And then they strap you and the small child down as well as the mother and take blood from all of you.
at least
It's
get a
just
cookie.
in case. But she has blended with it, so might not be needed at all. It's just a single vial.
That's fine.
Uh,
Just-
right. But am I a control group or what?
Huh?
We said all of us.
No, not you. Not you. We don't need
Well,
your
they
blood.
put you down and made you watch.
Okay.
You don't have a thing against blood, do you? As you just watched the vial go in.
No, it's just.
Blood spray against the wall.
I have a weird connection with like a magic thing though.
As far as I know, no. Just a blitzer. Born and
And
no, I
raised.
meant-
just
isn't that why-
just like that, Lucretia's name has been banished from Midgar completely.
No, I meant like, isn't that why you guys got like the swirly green eyes?
You know, that's a good point. Would I know anything about that, GM?
You get lost in them.
They are quite hypnotizing.
What?
But no, I mean it's got like to be like a weird magical thing, right?
Don't look
Lomi's
at
just
Maybe
gonna
I could do some research
blush.
on that.
and put her goggles on.
me. That doesn't hide the blushing.
Probably do some I should ask the planet about that.
Yeah.
I can just see the
Scream.
planet. Oh.
Fuck if I know. Shit, they aren't even supposed to be here.
Half you motherfuckers aren't supposed to be here.
That's
I just put up with you.
I'll look into it.
The
Wanna have
swirly
the time?
eyes are due to a cultural practice of expecting mothers spinning like a top.
This place seems grand and everything. Would love to spend a lot more time here. Maybe make sense of the whole live stream planet stuff that I'm supposed to.
It would probably be
better
best if you
understanding
come after the war ended. Hopefully,
Whenever
hopefully
whenever
Shinra
that
is more
happens.
victorious because Wutai will just destroy this place. You just see a walking dog mumbling about something.
I'm pretty sure that dog was talking.
Yes,
I mean,
she's
Is that a
currently.
dog?
Yeah, no. She's currently
Kind of
pregnant.
looks like a lion.
Yeah, she's currently pregnant, and she's not sure when she's gonna have her litter. We
But
have
it
all.
was talking.
Yeah.
Weird.
And then they point to Lucretia.
Lucretia points to herself.
She is talking.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I was about to say something, and I'm not going to.
Oh.
Because I am not embarrassing myself right before I say goodbye, and I'll see you later.
And you guys have your little trip in Cosmo Canyon. Eventually, a smaller ship comes to take you back to Midgar. You get back to Midgar in a relatively about 4 weeks.
Before they go, Lucretia will let each of them have a pick at some of her materia, since she might not need it here for a while.
Oh, of course. Cosmo Canyon has a lot of materia.
No, pick it from her Lucretia's materia.
I know.
Okay.
You can do that
You
whenever
hold on
you'd
to
like.
Practice with it, get better with it, and all that.
Right.
Like, despite like everything that's going to go on over here, you probably should still be practicing combat.
I will, but you guys might need. if you guys are going to go over there and Wutai's there, you might need this more than I do at the moment. For some of us, at least.
Actually, Lucretia, there is a little something that I got ready.
Oh?
Lomi is going to pull out a blitzball from her inventory. A new one, not the one she's been using as a weapon. And hands it over to Lucretia.
A blitzball?
Check the underside.
Lucretia looks at the underside.
It's got a signature on it.
Oh, that's great. Maybe I can spend some this time trying to practice.
Yeah.
Well,
I felt like it was a little egotistical, but figured it was better than nothing.
I'll make sure I gets a good use out of it. I need of how quiet it seems to be here.
Yeah.
well.
I
Damn.
mean, you're a natural swimmer, so.
Is there anything you need out of the bag?
Let me check here.
I only asked because your bag's not going to work anymore after we leave.
Why is that
Yeah.
anyway?
I haven't actually figured out how this bag works. Magically speaking, it shouldn't exist.
Weird.
It's weird because it's self-replicating and also connected.
Yeah, you're probably right there. Okay. It might not hurt to have some of this stuff with me.
Yeah. Take the essentials.
Yeah, I was gonna say, take what you want. Also, you better stay in fucking contact. If you need help, call us.
I'll try. Trust me, I still have my phone, at least.
Oh, Doctor takes it and smashes it immediately.
Oh,
I hand you a burner.
Thank you.
thanks.
Can't have you having contacts. You're dead.
Right. You could have at least got some of that stuff on my phone.
Remember, dead.
Look, don't worry about Wutai. We can handle that. I mean, not the whole of Wutai, but at least the people coming after you. Besides,
Besides,
you owe me favors.
you two make sure you don't die out there. I hate to have to come over there just to help.
Right. Speaking of which, Suki, we should probably save up for another Mega Phoenix.
I mean, I don't even know if there's people that sell those.
Yeah.
But
Hoo boy.
not a terrible idea. Being reduced to a pile of ash is not conducive to one's health.
I'll have to focus a bit more on my alchemy, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'll help however I can, but aside from maybe growing plants, I don't think there's anything my magic can help with.
Well, you could provide some spells that I don't have access to.
Yeah, just keep in mind, I'm basically a baby right now when it comes to spells. I'll get better, but no, probably never nowhere near being where I was.
Fair. Still.
Well, without some, as I, like, hold out the comic material, toss it up a few times and put it away. Extra help. But that's the same boat for everyone else.
Hmm.
But hey, planet provides, and if I'm meant to have it, I'll have it.
Planet's like, how did he get that? No!
Oh, and if the planet doesn't provide, there's always Eden, so...
Eden, go after him. I don't wanna...
Yeah, this is goodbye, huh? For a while.
For now, just a phone call away, and maybe a week's travel. If we're not taking back channels. And who knows? I guess if I come across that Menma guy, I'll be sending him this way too. So,
Yeah. And we'll still have
probably get
those
someone in
disguises.
it with a fluffy tail. Go easy on him. I bet he's a sissy.
If I ever get a chance, I'll be sure to come meet up with you too.
Oh, for sure. Always will have an apartment for you down at my place.
And I'll always have somewhere plateside we can just hang out.
Honestly, the plans I got for that apartment are looking pretty good.
I'm sure I'll be. By the time that happens, I'll be pining for some kind of mercenary work.
Oh, I mean, monsters are everywhere, and I'm sure Cosmo Canyon has their few around.
Oh, yes, we do.
Before we leave, you guys need us to get anything for you?
No, we're good. The lions... The Yuga tribe helps us out a lot.
Well, you have a contact in Midgar if you guys ever need anything shipped out here.
We will keep that in mind.
We're part of the Watch. We stay in the slums and we help defend the place against monsters.
Oh, I thought you meant Shinra.
No, hate those fuckers. But they stay out of my hair.
Okay.
Oh. They did. Got the horn now, so I guess I gotta be more careful. Oh well.
Yeah, and whatever you do, I get the just what I feel. Don't go into that Shinra building unless you absolutely have to for some reason.
I'll be honest with you. The only reason I'd go in there is to either kill the thing that's in there or figure out a way to get rid of it. Good influence or not, it's not good for the planet.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call whatever's going on there good for my feelings.
Yep. Shame we can't just open up a hole in dimensions and send it somewhere.
Laughs in Gilgamesh.
Who knows who has that kind of magic?
Yeah.
Out of character, I think he is more along for the ride.
Don't worry about everything over there. We'll take care of it. You focus on yourself and learn what you need to learn. And if you even get a hint of Wutai coming around here, call us. We'll come help defend. Well, I'll come help defend. I can't speak for Lomi.
I'm a little high profile, but I'll try to help.
No, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from coming back here to visit an interesting place.
You know, maybe we can pick up a couple burner disguises too.
I'm saying we wouldn't need a disguise to come back.
I would.
Why?
She pulls at her jersey.
Just don't wear the jersey.
Oh, you
and
number
act like you're
one
going on
in
vacation.
you number one in Midgar.
Were.
Oh, it's only because everybody went to war. Sign my blitzball.
I mean, we'll start signing blitzballs.
Oh, sign my boob.
God,
Lomi just stays professional.
Sign my blitzball. Sign my autograph. Oh.
profile or not, there's nothing stopping you as you to come out here.
Yeah,
Because you've never been here before.
it's leaving Midgar what I'm worried about.
Now, who fucking cares? It's not like they got tabs on you.
She is leaving Cosmo Canyon as we speak.
As we finally get around to the goop eyes, Lomi shouts to Lucretia, Digalina! And I'll just whisper that to Suki, because I'm pretty sure she has Elbad.
That
Hold on, let him Google it. You may need to put it in
no,
chat.
I
first.
know what it means. It's just, Pad can't get the words right. I understand it though.
All right,
yeah.
4 weeks later, you get back to Midgar. No problems at all. You get a little weird-eyed when you pass near Costa del Sol, because not many normal people dock at the boating alley area. It's usually just warships nowadays. And then you head back to
Burn down the watch.
Midgar area. You head back down to Sector 2, and everything is fine.
Thank you, Ethan. Everything's not on fire.
And then we go to Suki's house. And everything is fine.
How's the construction coming on the apartment complex?
Construction is almost finished.
Oh, thank you.
And with this concludes the Suki adventures.
I'm not going to be able to take as many jobs out on the field like hunt down monsters. Because I'm really scared Spriggan's just going to kill everyone.
Yeah. Man.
Maybe
What
we
leads
should-
do we have?
For what?
What's
Exactly.
going on with Lucretia's eyes?
Well, there's an entity in Wutai, and there's an entity in Shinra headquarters. Both are not from this planet, and they're not supposed to be here, and their presence isn't good. That's where we're at.
Suki, you suddenly get the presence of the planet crying out to you.
And then there's that. Thanks, kid.
The presence of the planet is constantly pointing to the Shinra building.
That's gonna take some getting used to. One way or another, the thing inside Shinra is gonna have to get taken care of. And then I'm pretty sure the planet's gonna want me to take care of the thing over in Wutai.
You get a visual of the thing in Wutai, and it's just appears to be a lonely alien girl in a tube crying.
Thanks for the mixed messages, Mom.
And it doesn't seem to give you any pain feelings off of her. More like sympathy.
Just a clear sign of kill this thing, save this thing would be nice, but metaphors, pictures, and general feelings are not my shtick.
And then the visions pass.
But I'm pretty sure even a slow person like me will figure it out eventually.
And then Suki
It'll
gets
just-
off the floor.
I've been talking into my head this whole time. What did I miss?
It's been 7 hours.
You alright?
Yep.
You wanna grab dinner?
Yep.
Gonna get some gyros?
Probably gonna fucking need it for all the work we're gonna have to do at the watch. Maybe we
Alright.
should send Spriggan out to do some field work. She might need a stress relief.
Oh my.
Not that kind. Just look out the window to the guy who said that. It's like, shut up, Dave.
Aw. He walks away.
Anyway.
Just a guy in a big head and a Hawaiian shirt. Oh yeah.
All right, dinner, maybe a drink or two, and restart the day tomorrow dealing with the dreadedest of enemies. Paperwork.
Whatever it is. Oh. Yeah. One thing at a time.
Yep.
We'll figure out the entity situation.
Yeah, that's going to take a lot of planning and time. And in the
And
meantime, we
manpower.
can have people look out for those symbols that Wutai makes that makes things explode. And I'll use the connections I have with the Turks to have them know that there's a possibility of Wutai coming here. Specifically, coming here to look for someone. Won't say who or anything like that, but let them know about the explosions. If only I could get in contact with fucking knives.
She's like, God damn it, she used another burner phone.
I do no. I have a main phone she can contact me on.
Alright, and with that, we end the Suki series for this season. Thank you all for joining us on Wednesdays. Oh,
Thanks for running for us, Gil.
yep, we will pick back up next Wednesday with Special Unit Crystal.
Cute snake lady.